I love those kids. They're good, aren't they? Welcome back. A great story is the basis of great filmmaking. Add the right actors and you should end up with something like fresh meat. Have a look.
It's rude to sit at a Maori table and not eat.
Very gamey. What did I just eat?
Yes! Please welcome the stars of Fresh Meat, Temuera Morrison and Hannah Tavita. Guys, welcome. Wow. Tem, I've got to say, welcome to the show. You must be stoked with this film. It's got a lot of buzz around town. Are you feeling it?
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, buddy. It was my first comedy, and attached to the kind of slash horror. So it was written by Briar Grace, wonderful writer. I actually saw that Strength of Water, the other film she wrote, which was very inspiring and raw. And this wasn't quite the drama I was looking for to work with Briar with, but it was my first taste of comedy. She had written it, so I relished it. And just when I first read it, I said, "Well, this is absolutely ridiculous. I'm not going to do this." But then I just decided, well, why not? Hey, let's push the parameters a little bit. People who know me in everyday normal life, I'm quite a funny guy, so this was a chance to explore that the Porangi side.
Now, everyone knows you, Tim, obviously, but what about you, Hannah? How did you get here to be on the television today?
I don't know, it kind of just happened. I was doing a drama performance in my 7th form year, and the director just happened to be in the audience, and it kind of just went from there, really. Asked me to audition, and yeah.
That's amazing.
So did you always want to do something that involved cannibalism?
Yes. No,
and lesbianism?
Yeah, it's exactly what I aim for in life.
Actually, Hannah had to audition, and they looked at everybody. All the, a lot of actresses auditioned for it, and she got the part at the end. So she fitted the mould that the producers were looking for. And there was 8 of us really. Nicola Kawana plays my wife. Who else was on there? A couple of guys they found in a restaurant in Wellington. I did learn though, when you're doing these comedies, that it's actually quite a serious business.
Yeah.
You got to play everything seriously, like for real, and then that's the funny thing, know. So I had that experience on Couples Retreat where I got to watch
Love that.
Vince Vaughn and John Favreau work, and they just have the cameras rolling and they just play the situation. Of course there's a script and a draft and some of the lines that they get the funding for, but in the end they just play it, They just play it and try versions and another version, and so you end up with a lot of material. So I guess, and it was just nice to watch how they work. Even Vince has a lady walk around with him the whole time, 24/7. He might think of something funny. Write this down. And then if he sees you, like the other actor, come over here. Again, he wants to improv. He wants to do all that theatre stuff and start improvising. And why don't we just have a beer or something?
For those people who have just kind of tuned in and going, Fresh Meat, why don't you explain what the plot of the film's about?
Oh, God. OK, well, it's about your middle-class Māori family, and they come across as quite normal and, seem like your everyday family.
Not many of those around, do you?
No.
It's all kind of Pleasantville, and Hannah's my daughter, of course, and she goes to boarding school, and we live in a nice little Pleasantville area in Wellington, and it all looks very sedate and calm and normal.
Yeah. And then you've got the Chew Gang. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called, and
the bad guys.
They're trying to get their leader out of prison, and so they try and do that, and then it all goes horribly wrong, and so they're trying to find somewhere to, hide from the police, and that happens to be our house, and then it all unfolds.
Wow.
But see, in the movie, you don't actually know that your family are cannibals.
No, because I've been at boarding school for the last 5 years, so I come back and...
And all girls boarding school, right?
Yes.
So, in one of the opening scenes, how did you cope with the whole kissing in the shower and the quite intimate, hot and steamy scene?
It's like a black swan scene.
Trying to reel all the guys into what's moving
for that?
How do you prepare?
Those are some of the perks of the job.
That's how you got paid.
To be honest, it was actually like one of my first days of filming. So after that scene, I was pretty much prepared for everything and anything.
Really?
Yeah, but no. I kind of knew the girl, Akushla, who was acting next to me. I'd watched her in films and other theatre performances, so we were quite comfortable, and we were together for all of the morning and we talked and everything, and so it wasn't awkward or it wasn't uncomfortable. It was just funny.
But
you got to laugh.
So were you actually wearing anything?
Yes,
okay.
I was.
Okay.
Tam, you got a question?
I've got a question,
please.
Ben?
Shoot.
This is on my computer. I write down the questions.
Gets a bit nervous. He needs to write it down.
Okay. Question from Tammy.
Did you get to eat anyone out? I mean, did you get to have a good feed?
Yes, there were a number of eating scenes, but you know, when you do those kind of eating scenes in the movies, the hard part about those scenes is having something in your mouth and you got something to say and you're sort of going...
Oh, wow.
What
So
were
the
you
secret-
picturing that was?
Well, they had a little, you know...
What was it?
Bits and index...
It was a lamb's tail or
I just
something.
ate them in my mouth.
I'm moving on, guys. Thank you very much. Our guests, Tim and Hannah, are going to be joining us throughout the show. But remember, if you want those double passes, Facebook and Twitter, we've got with strings attached a couple of double passes to give away. Wow, well done. Very revealing. Very revealing. You're back with ASC. I'm Thane Kubi. Our guests this week is Tim Morrison and Hannah Tavita. And Tim,
Yes.
of Fresh Meat, of course.
Yes.
You're doing something special with the Halloween season.
Halloween, yes, next
Yeah.
week. Next week it's about getting everybody together, all your people at the office, all us people here, all the crew, and we all go out next Wednesday night. It's a Halloween, of course.
All right.
Dress up as a zombie, put all the blood splattering over you, some scars, and go and watch Fresh Meat.
Cool.
Choice.
Like
Big
Rocky,
Halloween
Rocky
Awesome.
Horror Picture Show, isn't it? Have some fun with it.
Get into the fun of it. I think that's an important thing. You have to go with that fun
You do.
thing in your mind to enjoy this film.
It's all about attitude.
You got any funny stories about Hollywood? You know, there's
Funny
those
story
funny,
about
the
Hollywood?
quirky little things you pick up on. You go, wow, that actually happens.
I remember being with, just off the bat, with Cliff Curtis, and we were with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wow.
And we were waiting to go out and watch The Rock fight at the Staples Center. So like, well, it's just full, you know, 30,000 Mexicans in there going crazy. And then I thought, ooh, I'm walking behind Arnold here when we all go out, and the crowd was going, Arnold, Arnold. So Arnold walks out, the crowd goes crazy, and I'm with Cliff, of course, because him and Arnold were doing Collateral Damage at the time of their movie, so I'm just tagging along with Cliff. Then I thought, gee, if I push Cliff out of the way, I'll be sitting next to him and Arnold. And when they cut to the TV shot, I'll be on TV, I'll be saying, hello, everybody back home. So me and Cliff were having a fight behind Arnold's back. I was trying to push him in. And it was funny, and then before we went out, I remember Cliff asking Arnold, you know when you left Austria, did you know any English when you arrived in America? And Arnold just went, yeah, I'm a winner. That's all the English he knew, but that says a lot about his attitude. I'm a winner, you know, that whole 7-time Mr. Olympia champion and getting into the movies. And, of course, someone told Arnold, you're going to have to change your surname and you can't act.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't change his surname. Got him the Terminator, one of the biggest movies in the world, and then became the governor of California.
There you go.
And everybody can pronounce Schwarzenegger.
I'm a
pretty
winner.
good. Yeah, I'm a winner. It's that attitude, I guess I'm getting across. Just that attitude that he had in the back of his mind that I can do something with these muscles.
How about Pamela Anderson? I mean, we're
Anderson.
going back a bit here, but
That's
she is
barbed wire days.
She is, to me, she is. That's Baywatch.
There was 2 highlights in that movie.
Left and right, left and right.
2 highlights in that movie. But I tell you what, it was my first Hollywood movie, and the first day I remember getting picked up and taken out to San Pedro.
Yeah.
And then I knew I had to do a bit of a kissing scene with Pamela on the cliff face, and I'd sort of never done a kissing scene before, especially with a Hollywood star. And so we were having a little practice with the read-through and the lines, and right at the end it had on our script, and we move in passionately for a kiss, and I was sort of going...
Let's fast forward to this.
This part here is it's okay with you, Pam? Oh, yes, that's okay.
Let's go to Fresh Meat. We've got a clip of the movie, so
Okay.
let's see you guys in full effect.
Yes, let's go.
One summer, a young girl on the cusp of womanhood comes home
What do you think?
to the bosom of her family.
I don't mind.
But when unexpected guests arrive, she falls in love for the very first time. A different kind of love.
Bugger.
From the people who didn't bring you the Whale Rider, or once were warriors, comes an emotional feast.
Whoa.
Touching. Tender.
Johnny.
And tasteful.
What's that?
It's rude to sit at a Maori table and not eat.
Very gamey. What did I just eat?
opened last night. It's out nationwide, right?
Big response last night.
Yeah.
Every theatre in the country was full. You couldn't get in.
I tried
That's
to.
it. Done. Fantastic. Your job is done. That's amazing. The movie looks incredible. Absolutely.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Just
A
you
lot
know,
of fun. Yeah.
I have to ask, in the scene, there's a bit where you actually go for the nuts of the Kingpin gang dude. How did you do that, and did he wear a cup?
No, he didn't wear a cup.
Oh, sweaty balls.
Yep, in the face, no.
It comes with the territory. Sometimes you gotta get a little stink.
I got to save you and get us out of here, okay? Let me do that for you. That's my gift to you. We'll be back after this, but first, Tammy. That's right. Oh, boy, Tammy. You may think of this guy. He has it all. Possibly.
What has he done now?
I know, but look at him. Welcome back to Aotearoa Social Club with guests Tim Morrison and Hannah, of course, from the movie Fresh Meat. You guys, very successful opening. Are you overwhelmed, Hannah, by this becoming a big star now?
Yeah, a little bit. It's taking me back a little bit. No, life still feels pretty normal, so that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's as you know, I guess being the kaumatua here in the film and having the young ones come through.
I'm waiting for those roles. I'm still waiting for those roles.
What was there any advice that you gave to Hannah as she came?
Well, I think I was learning off them at the same time. I realised that we were all in this waka together, so you know, if they asked me and they sort of had ideas, sometimes we wanted to keep Hannah kind of just very normal, natural, just be themselves, and sometimes that's hard to do. You know, we start acting, and you know it's hard to do sometimes. But with a lot of the, especially with Hannah's performance, very spontaneous, just very real. And then
How'd she go?
Yeah, pretty good.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I give Hannah a 10.
Just for that one scene?
You would.
You know the scene.
That's all he's seen is the shower scene. He like replay on the trailer all the time.
Like Black Swan. Love that scene.
Very hot scene. Now, are you going to go? Oh, I've got one. If you
go for it.
Okay, because you've been in movies like big movies for like 7 minutes and that type of stuff.
Yes,
It must be
The
really
Green Lantern.
good. Yeah, and like become a legend all around the world.
The Green Lantern was one of those movies.
Star Wars.
Just in the Star Wars.
Yeah.
Just starting to enjoy myself on Star Wars, and then zzz,
Less is more.
I got to watch the end of that movie. Once my head came off, that was it.
How was Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, working with him.
Very nice guy. Very nice guy. A Canadian guy, and I had funnily enough, my big scene was with him where I was giving him the ring. And I was all had my makeup on, and I'm sort of doing my choking acting because I'm dying.
Yeah,
when
the dying scene?
Yeah, those dying scenes. Actually, they're hard to do. There I was going, take the ring. And then the director comes over, Tim, it's all a bit melodramatic. Can you pull it back a bit? Okay. Take the ring. I feel like Sandra Bullock from The Proposal. Just take the ring. It was 4 o'clock in the morning in New Orleans. We shot the movie in New Orleans, down in Louisiana.
Awesome.
So I've got a taste all there. And the big thing about Louisiana is they have a coda, and they call crawfish.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So Thursday nights, I looked out of my hotel room every Thursday night. They'd set up the car park with big vats, and in these vats were coda, potatoes, sweet corn, with a little Budweiser on the side, and a big plate of...
Just lovely. Just lovely.
So that was kind of cool.
Hannah, tell me, what music are you listening to these days?
What music am I listening to? Oh, a bit of everything. I like.
Nisha Mystic.
Yeah, I like the
great
Nisha
band.
Mystic. No,
Old school stuff.
Great band.
Gotta help.
No, I'm a fan. I like Nisha Mystic. I like the New Zealand stuff. I like Kimbra, I like 660, 1814, all of those.
Very cool.
Reggae well, don't we?
Yeah.
The big...
Well, let's just
You have to come
let's
to
see
Regal
if these guys
Yeah.
made
I'm
it, these
inviting you.
artists made it into our music chart. Let's take a look, eh? New Zealand top 5 singles. Number 5, I Knew You Were Trouble from Taylor Swift.
Love Taylor.
She's lovely. 4, I Cry, Flo Rida, not a bad song.
Wild Ones album.
Yeah. Here's number 3. This is Battle Scars, the most depressing song on radio. Sebastian, let's go. Number 2, Sweet Nothing, great track. Calvin Harris and
love
Flo
that
Welch. He's amazing. And number 1, Gangnam Style. It's getting boring now by Psy.
Hannah, can you do it? Can you do it Gangnam Style?
Oh, I'm not much of a dancer, I am.
He's a dancer. Awesome.
I was surprised our hit movie, because we brought back Puha and Pakeha. We brought that for our movie, Fresh Meat. We brought it out again, but obviously not on the charts yet. It's working its way up there.
Is it in the thing? Is it part of the film?
No, I think they just kind of did it as like a publicity thing.
Publicity thing, yeah.
Hey guys, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having us.
All the best for the movie, and I know it's going to be just amazing. Excellent.
Wicked.
Okay. Round of applause for these guys. Tim Morrison and Hannah Tavita. Right.